I want to thank God for our daughter Anita Among.
Eshalamikitengola suban anwakok Anita Among.
And all our other leaders in Teso and in other parts of Uganda.
Kanoino ichuti anu akiranwe todolikila suban koto maswamisho akwapuok.
Eyalama Edeke for keeping all our leaders safe.
Eshalamikitengo papedeke anu eidare sikere ongalete ojarete obusete.
And I want to thank Anita Among for her active participation in the politics of the NRM and the country.
Akoronga ishalamikini Anita anwake beriam achoa keda kukuranut oingare no na le patalo NRM eyalama Anita.
We were in the stadium a little while ago with the leaders of LC1s from Teso.
Ijai laije alaro na abolia kede engare no kolo NRM adoketa eta no kwap.
I told them 5 words.
Abuenge shishana kengare no kongunu akira kan,
which are very important for all of you to understand.
Nwa omitengebe ejame dato manoi anwapola na kwapuok.
But this time I would add a 6th one.
Konye doko pukwa nane alosenge yatakini na ikanyitape.
And those words will form the core of our manifesto.
Ido akironguna kanyape kesera unosa kidi ngoto nwa inapeta wok anweja anakini Uganda ukara alwe pote.
For 2025, 2031. NRM and UPDF have been able to bring Aikuch in the whole of Uganda.
Apuganino NRM kede ajoreno UPDF enyakutai puch Uganda kere.
And you people in Teso are the best witnesses to that.
Esu kwa Teso nyezira saje nanu todo cho neinya kuna nai puch.
This is because Teso and Lango and Chachori and Sebei and even Bugisu were the most disturbed by the Karamajong cattle rustlers.
Anuna arai esu kwa Teso imugis Isebein ilangoi oni noi iticha niti ama musai puch anwikara moja.
Now the whole of Uganda is peaceful.
Kwenye do kwana Uganda kere ejai puch ebapa isakan.
Peaceful meaning there is no war.
Ai puchu noi chitebe emame ejie emame long.
But there is still some crime.
Kwenye bobere ejai amumu erikeja boishache.
Crime is not war, but it also disturbs peace.
Araida mama mumu erai ejie konye yauni amamus ayuara.
For instance, thefts of people's property from the gardens and the cows.
Kwa pati akoko na iboro itunga na inyama titunga kedenga sitila kituk nukere era mamusa ipuchu.
Stealing of coffee from the gardens.
Akoko ne mwanyi amisirin.
Stealing the cows.
Enga sitila kituk.
Chicken and so on.
Akirono akoko iboro daiche oreria.
That one will also is being addressed.
Munu kere epedorete aitamamuna ipuchu.
Using the sub-county-based policing.
Iloso ni aitosoma ipolisi notomo temwan ai nyakunu ai puchu na itanangi amumu kwa tanginida.
We shall have 18 policemen per sub-county with the motorcycles and so on.
Oingaren iloso na ibiakini ipolisi ni tomona kanya uni angoni tem. Oja si pikipikini, oja si borolo ayuara, oja sa ingadishada nwewe nere ngunulu ebilibilete kisil.
And police dogs.
Kedingo koda luesu pete atupanakini kokolak.
At any level that they are needed.
Nukere erainu ikotoni aitodolikin.
so that they coordinate with the people.
Toteroni inyakakini tunga ayuara.
And in future, we shall ask you to ring the sub-county police instead of ringing the district and so on.
Oingaren akodangese no makin ipolisi ni lotem. Mamilo sa mote kui luelwaka.
Because that wastes time.
Nara e worti polisi luelwaka ichanchana pak osiete luaroko.
Therefore, the first word I want you to remember and talk about with all the other Ugandans is I coach.
Ibore ni sodi tena kodongese ineri. Doli monokisi tungalo Uganda kere. Nyesebe I push.
The third word is Apple.
Nache akirositi netu pakiti nyesa pole.
Apple means roads like the one we are using here.
Apollo nyesi bore kwa tirotini luitosomayoni abunione.
You have seen how the roads have helped us to move around more easily in Teso.
Itete su kwengara kinataroni rotini ai rimokin Teso kere otomapa kanedit.
The road from Soroti to Moroto.
Kwati na terotolo enyo uno Soroti aibe Moroto.
The road from Soroti to Dokolo to Lira.
Kwati terotolo enyo uno Soroto dokolo kedadolere Lira.
This old road from Tororo to Soroti.
Kwati terotolo mojong lona enyo uno Tororo ai torombale to ni Soroti.
The road from Tirinyi, Parisa, Kumi.
Erotolo itetet anyo uno Tirinyi palisa adolunto ni kumi.
All those roads have helped to move around more easily in Teso.
Iborongunu keri rotiningun engarakisoni alo start tipet. Ai morkikini Teso otomala lo storot.
And we are going to do more roads.
Ilosi aduko kinesi irotini bobolu che
Schools,
isemeroi
electricity,
akimine IPA
telephones,
isimunulo inerare.
all those are part of Apple.
Iborongunu kerele mara papa president itodutosi Apple todutos akerianu.
But this is what confuses many people.
Konye akirona Apple ngini emina itoltola ijene ni tunga luepo.
Especially the leaders,
No ichuti engareno.
when they are sensitizing people,
Areutasi alimonokini aichori tunga.
they spend a lot of time talking on about Apple.
Edauneta oja unoi inerasi no Apollo.
In 1965,
Okara ale lukumiti edopa kwa takanyango na kaisa kanyapi kani.
I was in S5
Ashomengo atukoto na ikanye teno senior.
at Ntare,
Alaijo semera alone tare.
and we came by school lorry all the way from there up to Teso College to play with the Teso College Aloyet.
Aporadoka te lore da buneridi ya nyo no mbarara toni chuti Teso college ngina. Aboli akedelo TCA emopira.
This is 60 years ago.
Nepeta ikara kaisa kanyape kaungina.
That road was already tarmac,
Orike odaute te rotongoni ebi akine kolas.
but we were going through Tororo.
Etorito sapara shangunu tororo lai jao mere.
The one from Iganga to Paris was done by the NRM.
Oriko bereo ni dumuna letu bunu oiganga itoru nu palisa kedeti rinyi neni. Ngoni apuganikano NRM ngese dukiti ngoni.
But the other road was already there,
Konyaji aije road.
up to Soroti.
Toni chuti Soroti.
Beyond Soroti, it was Maram.
Ide pado jo Soroti ogeono ya tia pua.
But even if you go today,
Konye araida toni lolo.
on that road which has been tarmac for 60 years, and more,
Erotongoni la je kola sa adauni karakaisa kanyape.
you can find some Ichan people there.
Idumuni bojo be karaide je erotongoni ekolas. Itungali dunyaske de erotongoni ejalu ichan.
Chorus is here,
Eja ekolas
Ichan is here.
konye ichana situngali dunyaske de ekolas.
They are neighboring one another.
Idunyanara eja ekolas dani ichani da ngupo nguno shape.
So Apple is not automatically a bar.
Apollo ke eja una polo na irotini isimunu adekisha mamungin eriana sikeda abar.
That's why you, the leaders, you need to emphasize that.
No yakota ngese ngare no. Isinyi kokite alimunu ngun be apolo kede abara mame putosi.
That apple is for all of us.
Nara apolo erayo anuoni kere.
But abar is yours in your
Konye
home.
abara eraina kun.
And each one is also yours.
Arai di sewji chan lukonda ngupo ngun.
Personal.
Ebo lupokon.
Like today you are now here in a public meeting.
Kwa patinan ijaoni ne airiamun.
When you go back home,
Ibongori natijore.
the each one you left in the morning
Ichanilu nani isoki je nyekina ngina.
is waiting for you.
Idumuni jo kwiso kororaso balasa idarite jo.
It will say, welcome, we are still here.
Ebakas dichani jo. Uo kwe yoga bongun.
How do you say welcome?
Eyalama bongun.
Eyalama what?
Abongun.
Ako?
Abongun.
Eyalama akomun.
Yes.
You are each one because it is yours.
Nara ichani ngunu idaritos jo nara rasi lukon.
Abar is yours.
Abara dairai na kon.
And so is each one.
Arai dichani kopuku angina rejiasi.
Apple is ours.
Konye Apollo na akwa erai na akokere.
So that's why you must wake up.
Nyesingina bala rengoni akwenyutu. Akwenyutu.
You must get out of a job.
Na arai isalaji jotoi.
Where does Aswam come from?
Aibo elom natar aswam sine.
From Abar.
Elom net aswam sine eja unabara otunga.
Abar in commercial agriculture.
Abara elomuno toma koru anagwelanar.
In manufacturing.
Otoma eitatai.
And we are going to add a fifth word now.
Konye do ikoto na yatakini akrosity na ikanyet.
This is services.
Nyesina akironu eja na kine lo itunga.
Services is like education.
Eja na kine kwati ashoman.
Like health.
Akironu amukian kedangaleu.
Like transport.
Akironu eponele lose.
Like hotels.
Akironu iwoterini.
Somebody owns a hotel.
Eja tataritunga ke hoteli.
It is his abar.
Era bara anuke.
But it creates jobs for so many people.
Konye dote ni hoterini. Ijai kirete tungalu ipu aswamsine.
For the cooks.
Kerelu ipoete kwa no hoteli angon.
For the waiters.
Ngunulu ekoreti nyamat.
For the room attendants.
Ngunulu italaete agolai.
That is Aswam.
Ngunu ngesa aswam sine enyamata nguniro pito.
Even our daughter Anita Among has already started doing some
Araida akoko na pana Anita Amongo. Era ngesi dane tolo mwa aswam sine.
Let's see the abar if they capture it well today. The cows and the
Inani
spoon.
adolokenga Amongo anyutenge jaskida kituku.
Then there are other local issues for each area.
Ejado icheboro olu kwapa neni oni boni osem oreria.
Like the cattle compensation for Teso, Lango, Acholi.
Kati kwa nanu lebi monyoni pape morimoru na Teso unenya kana kinoni nwa kituku.
Like the fishing communities. Fishing communities.
Papa, I beg your pardon, Papa.
Like the fishing communities.
Oh, akironi tungalu ochori ni kedagaria.
Those we are going to discuss next time when I'm here.
Akirongunu no agaria, akirono akituku, ibori chengunu, otitingoto abonguna ngadona ineri, odocho, toto heleni pupijo.
I am going to meet the elders of these areas about the two issues, cattle compensation.
Abunya ngeri amunu kedengare no kolo aboisha anu. Noi akirono enya kakina kituku.
And the fisheries communities.
Cheredo ay neru nuke ditungalu ilosete ay chori agaria.
The cattle compensation, we are spending a lot of money.
Akironu chuti enyakakini ibaren. E utapuga na ito soma ikapunulu ipunoi.
On that item,
Otoma chuta kirostangi ni puika punulu itia kute biaki ntoma.
but much of it is stolen by people who are not entitled.
Bonyibore ne rono ejalwe minata ngata na rikapunu ngunu araida mamebe itikesi adumunu atachio kese ngata na reti kapunu.
Who tell lies.
Epota is sub.
So that's why I want to discuss it with your elders.
Ngesa kodorenga bunere ay nerunu kida poloko kida makyo lo atutu bena.
And your leaders.
Esu chute ngare nuku.
The issue of the fisheries,
Akironu agaria kedichorin.
I would like to discuss it also with the fishing communities.
Akodonga nerunu ngunu keditunga lwe elosete akironu ay kamagaria.
Because how many people can be in the lake?
Aina richuti no abate. Itunga bidi epedorita jaute ochor.
When we were in the stadium there,
Ija iso la ije oisawe la boliaso.
the stadium could accommodate only a certain number.
Apedori chuti esawe la boliaso. Eja une namba bonedis.
Others had to stay out.
Aja ichea isala kinga.
Otherwise, there would have been an accident in the stadium.
Aroraiti ayata kinitos tia chepakto edu mationisi ne stadium atia ikin.
So who and why should be in the lake?
Anuangunu ingaibo ido anuinyo ebe itoritunga nene be itajia ute ochor.
We had traditional fishermen.
Eja kololu kotomo inono lwetia kutaibe ngunu ngesilo alokak.
What happened to them?
Inyobo bwiso maikini lwajasi kwapa lokakagaria age unapingo.
Where are they?
Aibe jasi.
Because you now find Congolese, Rwandese in the lake.
Kwanado idumuni dojo itunga lelo mutoso Congo, ichelo lelo mutoso Rwanda, lwepondoza boshano gitigita, ejasi kwikere ngina utasai kwangata kirini ailokagaria.
What happened to the traditional fishermen?
Inyobo berabo takaneki alokakagaria luage uneta pingo.
So I want to thank God for Anita Among.
Akodonga shalamiki nila subani noi anwa Anita Among.
So, Eyalamanoi, people of Teso,
Iyalama papa noi tungalo Teso, iyalama ngesi eke utoki menderan.
Edeke keep you.
Kidaresu edeke papa.
Thank you very much.
But I will just recognize about 4 of them, justice of Uganda. Your Excellency, we have with us here, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Richard.
To join us in the NRM and present them to you. Iyo lwebo ikintosa kwa psine kesingun e alama bunere. Anwe shalamikino keda engoda keditunga kere. Together with your Vicar General, please.
Hello, my name is Joseph Ijala, which is located in Serere in a place called Kakusi. But we also have the value addition Uganda. When he had come here as working as a taxi driver, when I heard he was around, I crossed.
You have stabilized governance. You have introduced us to believe that infrastructures are the engine to development. Yet you have not tired to teach us that we should fight poverty in our households. Today, before you are your foot soldiers that you will commission today to go and teach your message to their villages. We thank you so much.
Ebalangese ane ebe Papa President iraijo etunganan lo itekoro aijen ikukurana ido mami pasi ipedojo asipokini Uganda arauna park akwap ne gogong iloto ni ito na sipokin apuganasha no kinga kedeno Uganda ijijo isine luitelekana jo konyara ide jangun mamu jo ipasit iriko jigo gong ido ijaijo ne kopkwana airiamunu kede ngare no kolwe pate ageo no kwap toni kuju ijaso ne anuali mokini jo iriko iwopake da jo.
Your Excellency, allow me inform the people of Teso and Ugandans that all through the country, from each and every district of Uganda, the members of the National Resistance Movement Party resolve that they ask you to offer yourself to contest for positions of leadership in the party and for the nation, to continue guiding this nation in the right direction.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Bukedea, and by extension the people of Teso, I want to welcome you to Teso region and to Bukedea. In most cases, these people have not been involved in mobilization, and yet they are the most important people when we are doing campaigns.
Ruananu ipu inachana chao itungalu itejo ongarena ne Papa President. Konye chuti lunge sita luinga ai chuakim ochaloi ai supaseta.
And these people are ready to deliver Teso to NRM 100%.
Papa President, ekapakina jorena ai sukunyikini ai gangyono NRM adora kwatatanwa kwatat aneo Teso.
And we are asking these people, when you go back to the villages, the 30 structures that you have, that these people are leading, each of them must get 10 people behind them, and that is power 10.
I want to thank my daughter Anita Among for bringing this proposal to me, the idea of calling our NRM village leaders.
Akotongo ai salamikini noi akoka Anita Among. Anwai nunengo au mishoit na anyarare esengare no kolwe pate ai riamunu kwa tana.
When she brought it, I supported it. I said, you go ahead.
Na yao nalo pakirositi na abuenga atema be mamu chut akotongo ja kirot na oloto ingaren ejokuka nunoi.
And then I introduced it to the SEC.
Abuengo aterek luengare no kalwe pate o Central Executive Committee akirositi na.
We are going to, it is cheaper. We are going to use it for also the other zones.
Ebala Papa President, ilola na a joke au mishoiti na ide dite tiai. Iloso na wake in Uganda kere akirositi kwa pana.
When we are ready, we are going to call those zonal conferences.
Ilosa nyarari airia muneta kwa tanu.
Like this one here.
Kwa patana pana.
And by that time, I would have prepared a written message in the form of a booklet.
Edola doketaiting in. Edumune ngadao ai tolomuna wadikaet. Neje asi kede aina peta. Ositos bala eitabo.
It may be written in English because we may not have time to translate.
Ibuni bera giare wadika kedamu sugunu nare mama pake na jolo angaje pisine.
But you should use it to explain to all our supporters in the village the plans of the NRM in the coming 5 years.
Konyara idi wadika oke damu sugunu. Omisi kisi tosomata alosite aitatamini kina itungalu ochaloi. Alos kineta no epata alo NRM anua polo ikarikani lepondo so ingaren.
But since you are already here,
Konyedo kwa ijata taresu ne.
I can give you some summary of part of that message.
Alos do kwa nanga limokinesi adis nu eji aso tomaina petangun.
In leadership, people talk about so many things, they forget what is important.
Iduchu otomangare no ne edda etitunga ipotaine ritai konye mame jenete be anibonu eposik.
But I want you to remember 5 words.
Akodonga esiki itutu akiro akany.
Word number 1 is peace in the country.
Na soditi nyesi ainapakina.
In that booklet which I will write, I will describe the importance of peace.
Odo taba ngoni abunanga igirun akiro ainapeta nu itodolunete ainapakina kedaipuch.
And you, the people of Teso, you should be the preachers of peace in the whole of the importance of peace in the whole of Uganda, because you know what lack of peace means.
Esu kwa pitungalu oteso ekotesi singari kinete aida erior loikamanara kede nuai puch nari jenete so jok nu ejiasi arema mai puch.
You know very well how much the Karamojong armed raiders were disturbing you.
Jenete sunoi eponela potu ikaramoja lo adakitosi mudun itanyunata resi ichan.
Areas like Amuria were depopulated because people had run away.
Aboisho kwa tamuria apotitungo daunos nara apotunga kiro raunos kierai.
So now there is no war in Uganda. We have defeated all warmongers.
Kwa naite etesi emame bobabo isto Uganda ejejie Uganda kere inapakina.
However, absence of war does not mean total peace.
Konyara ideja anguno ama musine ejie mamu chuti todo tebe ejaido aipuch.
We may not have war, but we have crime.
Ara ide mame ejie pedorijo apara shangpongunu ojai amumu otunga.
Crime is also bad for people.
Araida amumu eraiborene rono otunga.
In many parts of the country, I hear people crying about theft.
Achebo isho o Uganda monye titunga noi no akoko.
Thefts of livestock, theft of coffee from the gardens and so on.
Akoko na emwanyi enga sit la kituku. Kedi cheboro dangun.
You will hear our plan for that. In that booklet, I will put a clear plan for that.
Ngunu no aisna pekina nyakuna ipuch. Ipota isa isho mnotoma oitabo ka abune ngai wadika ngunu da.
But based on the sub-county based police of 18 per sub-county.
Otoma omisho ka abale ngebe akodonga ngini tem ojai e ofisi loi policing loja situnga itomuna kanya uni epolo kintos.
With the pikipikis and everything.
Ojasi kedi pikipikin kedi boroda iso amaeta kere.
And then in the area, we need police dogs.
Idoda kotoma boisha ngunu ekorojasi ingwoko lui ipolisin.
To trace thieves.
Nara ingunu ngese pedoreta isup atupakini aibitoritos luarokoko.
So this is the first word, I coach.
Na soditing esingin peace.
Which everybody must be clear about.
Nuekoto chutewa ni kere amisi kitose joko.
The second word is development.
Na yarete ngesi akerianut arabonat apol.
Development means roads like this one.
Akerianutu erai iboro kwati irotin kwatalu.
Electricity.
Ajauta na kimane pie.
The ferry like the one we put on Lake Bisina.
Amerin kata naja ibisina nwatu bonorori okwekala ijobu kecha honorable gwang.
Telephones.
Isimunulu itoso mayoni.
That is all under development.
Iboro ngunu kere eruchokina kede Apol araba kerianut.
Mainly infrastructure.
Eraini kamanara kere adukena.
Now, development is important because it is used by everybody.
Ajokisi na Apollo ara kerianut. Eraini tosomaiti tunga kere mamesekyo.
It is absolutely necessary.
Ekodojai.
You have seen how the road from Soroti to Moroto has helped us.
Itete berese ponele iganga kino ni eroto ekolas lenyo uno Soroti to ni Moroto.
To move quickly to Karamoja.
Eraija adolere atipe noi adolere atutubete na Karamoja.
The road to Dokoro Lira.
Eroto da lenyo uno Soroti aitorodo kulaloste lira.
The road which goes from Parisa, Tirinyi, passes through to Kumi. By
Eroto da ngoni tete sige unijo Tirinyi itolo Parisa tunangeta kino Kumi.
You have seen how all those roads have helped.
Itedojo kwa aina kinatari rotini ngunu alosite apatanari.
And the schools.
Kededa adukio ni semeroi.
And the health centers.
Kededa adukio na dekisha.
Those are all part of, you call it Apol.
Iboro ngunu keri mor kikijo ngesi Apol. That is development.
Apol.
Apol.
P-O-L.
A-P-O-L.
Very good. So,
Yalama Papa President.
Aikuch, number one.
Peace, number one.
Apol, number two.
Development, number two.
But you can have Aikuch, you can have Apol, but you still have Ichan.
Ebe pedorona aja utekera Apollo, ipedoroni aja utekera Ipuch, konye aja sono Chan.
So this is what I keep telling people.
Nu ngesa kodongesi ojenete.
In 1965,
Otomo karale elukumi do pa kwa kanyango na kesa kanyape uni abore ikan.
we traveled from Ntare School to Teso College Aloyet.
Apotusa nyuto somera alone tare ibuniso Teso College.
To play football and cricket.
Ibeiti sabunere abolia emopira le pesha akeje kedeje le duya idu kede akanin.
That road was already tarmac at that time.
Okara ngoni adautai erotongoni ay naminama ekolas.
All the way from Kabale up to Soroti.
Odauta chutage unalaijo kabale tonadolunu oni oibuga Soroti.
And we have been doing it again and again since that time.
Dage unangipa ngini iuta bonga iduke rotongoni iruanirua na tonilolo.
But even if you go today,
Konyara idi bongojo rotongoni lolo.
you will find some Ichan people just there near the road.
Itorote nijo rotopongoni. Oshepije lerot, oshepilo lerot. Idumuni jetungalo ejasi obakor luichan.
Apol is here.
Ejai akerianu to ejai development. Kiramu sugun.
Ichan is near the Apol.
Konye ejasi chani deya piete kedenyo apolongi pengin.
And this is what NRM doesn't accept.
Eraeni borene beiti angindo poni achamun.
This is why the NRM talks of Abar.
Ngunu ngesinerare epatelo NRM akirono wealth.
We say every home must have wealth.
Angirire ekodong NRM anyinebe ejai abar.
That's how all these efforts you have been seeing are targeted at.
Ngesite oja akirono egiti gitano unu itamitapuga na yaunu ejasi eutasa ite anyinebe itijioni chan obu abar.
Entandikwa,
Iborokwat
Nads,
Iborokwat etandikwa maripapa. Enadis.
Then Operation Wealth Creation.
Aso Operation Wealth Creation dangon.
Now recently we added PDM,
Ija ikwa ne PDM.
Emioga,
Ija ile baka emioga da.
Youth Fund,
Ekede da angoni la atumunak.
Women Fund,
Loda angor, iloni lo angor.
Grow.
Ija ida lo kwa ne baka ilo apol ne pepe.
All that effort is to deal with each and to create a bar for each
Aina
family.
peta no kere era no anyu ne be ilumne tutungoto mochan ilumarete abar.
And in that booklet I will give you details.
Ito motabo ka abunenge jaikine saina peta idules anu akira ngunu kere.
So this is number 3.
Era ingini na iunieti.
Number 4
Na yongonete
is the issue of jobs.
ngisakiro no aswam sine.
This is really confusing people.
Era eni boreni isiria oka kwes noi.
When they talk of jobs, they think of government jobs.
Iwanyu jo ducha honi ineroni no aswam sine. Angini to eni nera aswam sine no apugan.
But government jobs are very few.
Konya aswam sine no apugan ikidioko noi.
How many Gombora chiefs are there?
Idibo Apollo Kolui Temwan, Ije noni beji asi Uganda.
Muruka chief.
Araibo nati lu erasi luitela.
All the public servants in Uganda, teachers, health workers, soldiers, policemen, all of them together, they are 480,000.
Kere somakalo apugan, imwalimun, luadekisya imurok, ikiarin, ipolisin, luisoma ete otomoriong italu aipuga na ukwap. Imor kikijo kere, erai lukumini akwata angono kedika nyape bon.
In the population of 46 million, this is nothing.
Koto motunga nepetai imilionini akaisa angoni kanyape isu amisholu imameja kecheja uteneda.
But jobs, other than government jobs, come from wealth creation.
Konye chuta swam sine no ebe iti tunga swam ile majo ngunu no apugan ebe italo munu koto ma aswama na itopolo abar arabonat atopolo akirianut.
I've just come from my daughter, the speaker's farm, inside there.
Adolune ngone kwana nali mukitorengeso aja ipapa president laije ofamu ke akoke right honorable Anita.
She woke up from a jaw.
Abute ni apeseka Anita okwenyo toma ajo.
Sleeping is a jaw or waking up?
Sleeping is
Is
ajo.
is a
Akwenyun is waking up.
Now Among is a kwenyuk. She's a kwenyuk.
Ewala papa nekela musugunu Among has woken up.
When she came to Kisozi to visit me, when she still didn't know how to buy good clothes,
Ne eriamu noto rengo kedangesi apara shangunu oriko verma meje na gweli gwene lutete kada.
because she's now very well dressed. You see how she's dressed.
Kwenye dote ni kwa down Anita akwenye no soda aloma na to mabara. Ejeni do kwa na iketi gwene mamji take laya lo engapi tingesa ne.
But when I started talking to her, she had bad clothes.
Na geu nango ai nerene na kida Anita ishana kina kirono abara. Apala kirono ingapa isokoletene kwilu mama laete.
She came to visit me with the man of wash and wear. Because of peace and more schools and more health centers, the government jobs have gone up.
Anu ayuara anuena pakina keria nutu kedera dukyo nuaboisha anuaswa msine utasaswa msio apugani aipuakata.
However much they go up, they cannot solve the problem of jobs in Uganda.
Konyar araide tamapugani hata keswa msine aipuakata. Mameda unete akiro na mamis aswa msine otunga.
Because that's not where the jobs come from.
Nara iteni mamerai tomapugan itornete asomsine nui moto stunga.
The bigger jobs come from agriculture, manufacturing, services, and ICT.
Asomsine chutodo cho itornete otoma koru, itornete otoma akerianut, itornete otoma ajana kine ido kede akironwe tatai.
Now, finally,
Dodo angetakine ngoko kwana
the reconciliation.
Akironu ai simorkikin ai nyakakini ai puchu.
You should learn how to dialogue among yourselves.
Ekoto na isisha unu ai nerun okiding walk.
Use your mouth. God has given you mouth to talk.
Ito somata kitu kesi kus. Ija kires last bana kitu kesi. Indera na rose.
In your area, even this issue of elections, talk among yourselves.
Araida kironu ase onu. Mame kota ngolopa. Ibo ikinos inerata okiding kus.
So in that booklet, which I will send to all of you, I will discuss all these issues and send them to you.
Otomo itabo ngoni adawengo dumuni jebo wadikata ngakironu kere oshom idumuni jakironu kere jasi aidule so tabo ngoni.
There are other smaller issues like cattle compensation and so on. Those ones we shall also talk about.
Ejai kiro sine luche luedi shaka ngunu taitai ngunu kwati enyaka kinina ibaren kede itungalu kola poro tuakani asibora parasano long ngunu rakeri neroni.
So I'm very happy to meet you. I wish you good luck, and I thank Among for bringing up this idea of using, because normally we send money to the LOC ones during the campaigns, but sometimes it's trying to reach, sometimes but through other people. But now dealing directly with the chairperson of the village is very, very useful, very correct.
While addressing your people in Tumba, you gave in all circumstances for this is achieved. In the name of God the Father, we together with your daughter.
Sub-county level. Your Excellency.
Pate. Kere aina kina temarebe anakin kwape ngare non le pate idoda kwapa enga nuara unu apolo na icholongo le pate kededa araunu ngon lelo sa
Anita Among. Your Excellency, you recruited me only seen 2